James Kaufman, World News Report today, August 10th, 2025. God bless you and yours. No matter where you are in the world, please subscribe, give us a thumbs up, ring that bell for critical future updates. Ladies and gentlemen, we've had another big earthquake, this time in the Aegean Sea and in Turkey. Now, I'm going to prove to y'all that the great earthquake spoken about in the Bible is generated from this area of Turkey or the Aegean Sea and perhaps creates a huge tidal wave. Definitely wipes out the armies that have surrounded Israel. Let's see why I say that. First off, we've had a 6.1 magnitude. It came in as an 8 on the DYF and an 8 on the shake map. I'm guessing it's much stronger than they're letting on. We have it at 10 kilometers of depth, a default depth. If y'all want to learn about Gog and Magog and the surrounding of Israel and the great earthquake, hang on for just 1 second and let's look at some details of this earthquake. This is not the great earthquake, but a predecessor thereof. This earthquake was only a magnitude 6.1, although we've really never seen earthquakes in the Aegean Sea and around Turkey until this year, or at least major earthquakes and swarms. And we're going to discuss all of that. All right, we have a magnitude 6.1 earthquake. Main source, the AFAD, which is the Turkish Seismic Center, Governmental Seismic Center. Germany came in at a 6.1, default depth 10 kilometers. And this NOA I've recently looked up, and it's the university in Athens. It came in at a 5.8, default depth of 10 kilometers as well. Let's get some actual details of this quake, and then let's discuss the Bible verses that cover it all. All right, a very strong magnitude 6.1 earthquake, 48 kilometers south of Balıkesir, Turkey, just onshore, with the Aegean Sea being just to the southwest. So we have a confirmed 6.1 magnitude earthquake. It looks like the AFAD out of Turkey is confirmed as the primary source. It looks like this 6.1 released 1.3 atomic bombs worth of energy. All right, this is what it looks like. These are all the reports. You can see that this is the Aegean Sea right here. It says Aegean Sea on it. And we have Lebanon and Israel right here. So my thoughts are the largest earthquake ever to be seen by man, which is called out in the Bible, is going to happen somewhere in this area and perhaps create a tsunami, i.e. run to the highest mountaintops. I will be backing my hypothesis up with some actual Bible verses, and I know that we all won't agree. I completely understand. All right, let's compare earthquake data from different reporting agencies. First, we have Turkey coming in at a 6.01, 11 kilometers of depth. Germany coming in at a 6.1, default depth 10 kilometers. We've got Athens, National Observatory. The college in Greece coming in at 5.8, default depth. I did look this up the other day as well, and this is also a university in Greece, and they came in at a 5.76, 68 kilometers of depth. Let's get some more information here. The French came in at a 5.93, default depth 10 kilometers. Let's see, Athens University, again 6.0, 17 kilometers. The Europeans came in at 6.1, default depth 10 kilometers. We have Istanbul, Turkey, coming in at a 7.7 kilometers. We have the Italians here coming in at 6.2, 9 kilometers of depth. We have Siberia coming in at 6.0, 10 kilometers of depth. It's the most agencies I've ever seen chime in. The Australians coming in at 6.1, default depth 10 kilometers. The USGS coming in at 6.1, default depth 10 kilometers. And we have the Incorporated Research Institute for Seismology at 6.1, default depth 10 kilometers. Finally, Raspberry Shake coming in at 6.0, default depth 10 kilometers. All right, we've only seen any activity really, but swarms for sure start in the Aegean Sea and in and around this area in the last 3 to 6 months. We'll zoom in and show y'all how busy it has become in the Aegean Sea. Of course, the Aegean Sea plate there. This was onshore, and there is a swarm there. You can see there's actually a volcano awakening here. Every island you see here is a volcanic island. And what do we have? We have Lebanon here, and we have Israel and Jerusalem right here, the West Bank, Gaza down here. Just situated perfectly for a large tsunami created by an earthquake from this area here. And you can see it's privy. And as a lot of y'all know, Ezekiel 38:39, a great earthquake is prophesied to occur in Israel. I believe it's offshore. During a time when armies surround the land. This event is connected to an attack by Gog and his forces. We're going to find out who Gog and his forces are very shortly, who will be attempting to conquer Israel. The earthquake is described as a massive shaking of the land, affecting all living creatures, causing mountains to fall. All right, and everyone seems to want to fight about who Gog and Magog is. Gog is the leader of Magog, and Magog are the Muslim countries, including Turkey, surrounding Israel, period. Turkey is considered to be either the land of Magog or a key part of it, with Gog being the leader. Now, I believe that Erdogan might not be the leader in question here. It may be his son, who seems to have so much power over the Muslims. This interpretation is based on prophecies from Ezekiel 38 and 39, which describes a future battle against Israel led by Gog of Magog. While some equate Magog with Russia, others see it as encompassing parts of modern-day Turkey, Iran, and other regions. You will find that the Antichrist is supposed to rise out of Turkey, if you keep reading, and I believe that that is Erdogan's son. He was able to, well, with one speech, have 10,000 Muslims hit the streets of Turkey just a few months ago. Several verses address fleeing to the mountains. This is why I believe that the earthquake will have an associated tsunami. When you see Jerusalem surrounded by armies, then you know that the desolation has come near. Then let those who are in Judah flee to the mountains. Some of my cross references are, let no one on their housetop come down to retrieve their possessions. Likewise, let no one in the field return for anything he's left behind. Again, this goes into not returning for your cloak, and this goes in to run for your lives, do not look back, do not stop anywhere on the plain, flee to the mountains or you will be swept away. We can actually do this all day. There's probably 60 verses that reference this. But if you're living in Judah at this time, run to the mountains. Period. Luke 21:21. I've already read it, but Matthew 24:16, Luke 21:21. If you're in Judah and you see the armies surrounding Judah, flee to the mountains, because there will be a great earthquake that wipes those forces out. And I believe, well, the main part is going to be a very large tidal wave or tsunami. Now, in summary, what do we have? The Aegean Sea starting to really get busy with the swarm going on. We've got some bigger quakes showing their faces. Today is 6-1. Came in as an 8 on the DYFI, an 8 on the shake map. And, well, if this were to happen in the Aegean Sea, there's a very good chance it could generate a tidal wave. And the Bible talks about armies surrounding Judah and fleeing to the mountains, not to be swept away. And it's all written 1, 2, 3 right there. Gog, the leader of Magog, all the Islamic countries, the earthquake, running to the mountains not to be swept away. Period. Now, I know lots of people are going to disagree with me, but this is my belief as to what it's trying to get across to the reader. God bless you guys. Let me know what y'all think nicely in the comments below. Please share, subscribe, and always remember, anything's possible in Bizarro World.